Shalom Yasharallah. I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, the honor to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, who taught us this truth according to the spirits of be Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word to the full kind of sincerity, and peace and blessing to you hopeful believers out there which are also part of the elect. To y'all say Shalom. And once again, I want to say call halal Yahweh, Bahashem Shai, Bahashem Kakadash. Forgive me the spirit to do the lesson on today. Lord, will it feed you lambs and sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem Shai, man. And I'm not sure what I'm going to title the lesson, but pretty much, I guess, we're just going to be going into death and the understanding of death, you know what I'm saying, the process and all that. But first off, we're going to start off with why. Why do people die? Why? Why do people die? Why? We're going to start off with that. Why do people die, man? Why? And I'm pulling these scriptures out real quick. They came to mind. I just left my mind now. Dang. Demons, man. Let me just go back now. Right here. We're going to get the concept of why. Why do we even die, man? Because there's a reason why we're not going to die in the kingdom of heaven. There's a reason why the Israelites are going to be immortal. There's a reason. But there's a reason why we die now. There's a reason why. This is 1 John 3:4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is a transgression of the law. So sin is a transgression of the law. In other words, sin is being disobedient to Yahweh by Shah. When you don't listen to the words and follow the orders that the Lord has put in place and said, you know what I'm saying? Follow the laws that the Lord has put in place, you being disobedient is sin. Now, this is what sin does for us. It says Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of the power is eternal life through Yahweh Shai Mashiach our Lord. You know what I'm saying? So the wages of sin is death. So you being disobedient to Yahweh Shai, and result of that, you receive unto yourself death. That's why people even die. It's because the only reason people die is because we sin. If we didn't sin, we wouldn't die. That's why in the kingdom it's going to be everlasting rulership, and we're going to be immortal. We're going to be like death wears our sting. Why? Because we will not sin. Since we will not sin, death will not be upon us no more. We won't die because we will not sin. But since we sin, we need fleshly bodies. That's why we got to get the new bodies. You know what I'm saying? Once we get the new bodies, we're going to be immortal. We're going to live everlastingly. The Lord is going to dwell amongst us as he wants. That's his whole goal. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be able to dwell amongst the Israelites, bring us into our land and dwell amongst us. You know what I'm saying? It says it in Exodus. Shalak if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it says it in Exodus. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord's goal. And in order for him to do that, you know what I'm saying? He's going to give us a new glorified bodies that it speaks about all the time, all through the scriptures. The new glorified bodies that we're going to give us when we go into the chariots. You know what I'm saying? Just likened unto the body of Yahweh Shai, which doesn't have sin, which has the law and such commandments built into the inward parts, man. You know what I'm saying? And therefore we would never sin, and therefore we would never die, man. But the reason people die as a whole, not just Israelites, everybody dies. That's the reason why everybody dies. Everybody dies because they sin, because of disobedience. Since you're being disobedient, and it's flesh. It's the flesh. You're going to slip up and, you're going to slip up and offend the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You're going to slip up and do some disobedient things due to the flesh. Therefore, the result of it, you will be put to death. You know what I'm saying? That's what you say. That's why I think it was Paul. No, not Paul. I think it was Job. He said, nobody perishes being innocent. Exactly. Scripture said we all have sinned and come short to the glory of Yahweh by Shah. We all have sinned. So we all are worthy of death. So if the Lord kills somebody, they've been sinning. We sin fucking every day, man. You know what I'm saying? We wear their damn clothes, all these type of things. No, tell them we could be in the damn chemtrails. Esau could slide a little pork juice in the chemtrails. We sucking it in. We sinning. You know what I'm saying? So no spirit perishes being innocent, man. So you could quit with the bullshit. She wasn't ready to go. She didn't die. She was too young. No. The Lord ain't a respectful person. He looked at the spirit and he see how wicked the spirit was in his previous life. Then when the spirit came into this life, if it didn't die as a baby, you know what I'm saying? We was already sinning. It's already sinning, man. Already, man. It's certain ways to deal when you have children. It's certain ways, you supposed to the women supposed to be gone for a period of time because she's unclean. The man, you know what I'm saying? It's laws on how that stuff supposed to be done, and we don't even follow them, man. So we sin all the time, man. So that's the reason of why we die. We die simply because, hey, we disobey the words of Yahweh. That's why the Israelites. That's why the Israelites in the lowest state right now for disobedience. So now we done tackle the point of why do we die. Let's tackle the point of, what I'm saying, where do you go? You know what I'm saying? I spelled it wrong. But this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. Let me see, because the first verse I can say something. Nah. It is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth, which is the bodies that we have, as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it. So now we tackle the point, why do we die? Now when we do die, and you don't even die, you know what I'm saying? When we get put to death, you really are sleeping. You get put to sleep. The Lord really puts you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? We don't fear death, man. Death is the process of the body leaving the spirit leaving the body, man. You going to sleep. That's what it is. That's why Yahweh brought out this point, which I'm gonna bring it out. But then shall the dust return to the earth, which is the body as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the power who gave it. So how the hell you go to hell if Yahweh calls the spirits all back to him? Then he go into the spirit realm. It just cancel out that hell doctrine bullshit. That hell shit is that Greek mythology Hades a brother had brung out, you know what I'm saying, in our camp. It's bullshit, man. Esau's bullshit. This wickedness, man. Now let me get this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because if hell was so real, then explain the words that Job. Job was a man of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? What did the Lord call Job? He said Job was a perfect and upright man. Now I think it's Job chapter 2 though, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably Job chapter 3. Yep, Job chapter 3, verse 1. He said, and after this, so after the Lord had made a deal with Satan and had Satan go test Job, you know what I'm saying? Did all those things to Job, took everything away off the will of the Lord. So ultimately the Lord did it. It says, after this happened, opened Job his mouth and cursed his day. Job spake and said, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which was said, there is a man child conceived. Let that day be darkness, let not the power guard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. Let darkness and the shadow of the death stain it, let a cloud dwell upon it, let the blackness of the day terrify it. As for that night, let the darkness seize upon it. Let it not be joined unto the days of the year. Let it not come into the number of the months. Going to Job, he's pretty much saying he don't want to be. He cursed the day he was born. He don't want to be born because the Lord was fucking him up, man, like fucking him up, and he was like that for a long time, man, a long time. Lo, let that night be solitary. Let no joyful voice come therein. Let them curse it that curse the day, who are ready to raise up their mourning. Let the stars of the twilight therefore be dark. Let it look for light, but have none, neither let it see the dawning of the day. Because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid sorrow from mine eyes. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not go up to the ghost? So why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly, which is the spirit? Why did the knees prevent me? Why did the knees prevent me? Or why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept, then had been at rest. So even Job said it. He should have slept, which just means In other words, when people say, "Oh, they're dead," he died. No, he's sleeping. He's at rest now. Cause when you it just go hand in hand. When you go to sleep, what do? When you go to sleep, what is your body doing? It's resting. So when the Lord puts you, when He calls your spirit up, now you're at sleep. Now you're resting, because when you go into the spirit realm, which Job was going to get it to him, you're at rest. You're sleeping. You're at rest. It says, with the kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as in hidden untimely birth, I had not been, as infants which never saw light. These the wicked cease from there, right? This place that they go to. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. Wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul. Right? Which long for death, but it committed not, and dig for it more than for his treasures, which rejoice exceedingly and are glad when they can find the grave. Exactly. Why do you think people want to go to sleep? In other words, death. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think people want to die? Because, when you go to sleep, you're at rest. When the Lord puts you to sleep, you're at rest. And if you understand what I'm saying, when the Lord kills you, takes you out, and call your spirit to the spirit realm, you're at rest. He said, the wicked cease from trouble. He said, the prisoners do not hear the voice of the oppressor. The servant is free from his master. They're at rest. They're at rest, man. So you have an understanding of death. You'll be, you know what I'm saying? It might be sad, like, damn, that you know what I'm saying? You might mourn their death. The Lord took out so-and-so. Hey, he was being wicked anyway. But at the same time, the Lord had mercy upon them, especially in these times, man. Lord are taking out people left and right. The type of death that the Lord could give them, He's not even giving them the death. He's having mercy upon them and allowing them to go out early. Go out early, and they're at rest right now. They're resting. You know what I'm saying? The great men of old. Well, not really old, but King Manasseh, Abba Bivens, and High Priest Jaquab, and any other various men that was in the spirit of Yahweh Shah back then that was serving the Lord, they're at rest right now, man. They're resting, asleep, waiting until Yahweh Shah returns, so Yahweh Shah could raise them up. And what does this scripture say? What did Paul say? Death or nothing could keep us from the love of the Lord. So the Lord is not going to allow them sleeping. He's going to wake them up, and they're going to be the first one caught into the chairs, and they're not going to be hurt of that second death. Now, the other ones that are asleep, they're going to be hurt of the second death, but you know what I mean. Now, let me get this, man. I think I actually looked it up on my thing. Nah. Dang. Can't spell. Because it's a scenario where Yahweh Shah, when he said, they laughed and scorned at him. You're laughing and scorning at the wrong person. I think it's this one. I hate when it does that. Yeah. Matthew 9:24. It's Matthew 9:24. It says, he said unto them, give her place, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed at him. Okay, this is not the little girl one. Because I'm not, Salaki, I don't want to say it was two scenarios, but bottom line, the Lord said this person was dead. They were sleeping, because when you're dead, you're sleeping. When you go to sleep, you're at rest, right? And when the body dies and the spirit gives it up, now the spirit is at rest. It goes into the spiritual realm. Matthew 9:23 though. When Yahshua came into the ruler's house and saw the minstrels and the people making a noise, he said unto them, give place, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. Right? But when the people were put forth, he went in and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. Okay, I want to get the other one. This one's good too. This one's a good point too. Because he said, what did Yahweh say? The maid is not dead. She is asleep. She is asleep, man. Let me see. It's probably Luke 8:49. Cause I know I'm wording it wrong. Yeah, this is Luke 8:49. While he yet spake, there cometh one from the ruler of the synagogue house, saying to him, thy daughter is dead. Trouble not the master, right? But when Jesus heard it, he answered him, saying, fear not, believe only, and she will be made whole. She shall be made. So, let me read that again. But when Jesus heard it, he answered him, saying, fear not, believe only, and she shall be made whole. And when he came into the house, he suffered no man to go in, save Peter and James and John and the father and the mother of the maiden. Maiden, if I said it wrong. And all wept and bewailed her, but he said, weep not. She is not dead, but sleepeth. Right? And they laughed him to scorn, knowing that she was dead. So they laughed and scorned at Yahweh. Yahweh's like, she's not dead, she sleepeth. She's sleeping right now, man. And he put them all out and took her by the hand and called, saying, maid, arise. And what happened? And her spirit came again, and she arose straightway, and he commanded to give her meat. So the Lord said right there, when people are, in that sense, when the Lord takes the spirit from the people's body, they're sleeping. They're asleep. And then they're at rest, man. And I think that's all, though. So we touched on why do people die. We went into no heaven and hell, because the spirits all go back to the Lord. And then it's a sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, why you think people say rest in peace? R.I.P. Rest in peace. When the Lord takes the spirit, when the Lord takes somebody out and take the spirit, call the spirit back to the spirit realm, to where he's at, they're resting in peace. They're asleep. They're at peace. They're at peace, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have a lack of understanding of death. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord takes out people. Yes, judgment, but at the same time, the Lord is giving them rest. He's giving them rest because they're going to the spirit realm and they're resting. The Edomites, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers that done died, they're wicked, but what did Job say? The wicked are at rest there. So they're at rest in the spirit realm. Now they come back and live out their judgment. They ain't going to be at rest because they're going to come back. They're going to come back. If they died now, or I think one died some months, I think it was last year. He's coming back in slavery. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're going to come back and they're going to live with their judgment. But until then, they're going to be at peace in the spirit realm, man. But Lord is edified through the spirits of Yahweh by Shem, man. The processes of the Lord taking the spirit from the body, you know what I'm saying? As people describe it as death, which is pretty much your sleep, you know what I'm saying? And there's actually some righteous men asleep right now, man. Lord willing, we be those men too. which are the elect. There's some elect that are sleeping right now. But Lord is edifying to the spirits of Yahweh, Shaman, to Yahweh, say Shalom.